Hello everyone, this is Steve with the Free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is August 17th, and I'm doing a review and outlook price analysis video for gold. This is gold's 4-hour chart, and it's been about 2 weeks since I posted a video for gold simply because of the erratic movements out of gold. When it moves up the way, when any asset moves up the way it has, to do technical analysis on it is just really just talking, blowing smoke in the wind, really, because the technical analysis is always going to take a backseat to the fundamentals, and it's the fundamentals that has been moving gold for the last week, or actually 2 weeks. So the fundamentals being all the uncertainties in the market, the trade tariffs, first the threat, then pulling back a threat, or the yield curve, and just all the talk of a possible recession, which as far as the yield curve goes, sometimes it doesn't happen right away. Most times it doesn't happen right away, to be quite honest with you. And also, we've been due for a recession, to be completely honest with you. The good times never roll forever. We're going to see some kind of recession pullback. Hopefully nothing worse, but it could always happen. And with all the debt and everything else in the world, it will happen. For anybody to think otherwise is just really blowing smoke in the wind. They're just blowing smoke. They're not being practical or honest with themselves. Now, to quickly review last week's video, I showed you this rising wedge. It is a negative pattern, and I stated that I thought that the price of gold was going to move down. But like I just said, fundamentals always trump technical analysis. And instead, the price of gold jumped higher, mostly after Trump came out and stated that he was going to raise tariffs on China. I think by like 300 billion or something. And then really just this past week, we heard that they were going to pull back. I mean, they were going to delay the tariffs until December, and that is one reason why gold saw a drop in price, and that was on the 13th. And then the uncertainty continues with the yield curve and so on, and that's the reason why we continue to see the price of gold move higher. Now, that takes away the pattern from 2 weeks ago has been basically shot. It's been denied, and it cannot be drawn any longer. Now I think gold has moved up a lot in the last 2 weeks. I think we're set to see a pullback, and but let me there was another pattern I'm finding two patterns. First, we have this rising wedge pattern, which I wouldn't be surprised if we see it broken sometime next week, simply because of how short the trade is getting. However, I am also seeing a channel in the price of gold. Now, it is a narrow channel, but it is a rising channel, and it is a positive for gold. Now, just to show you another channel that is twice, or actually three times the size of this one in palladium, I have a channel, and you really got to look at the weekly chart to see its channel. It's really a pitchfork, but that's what this is called. But I used to do analysis on palladium, and I probably will again in the future. But it is inside a gigantic channel, and we have been seeing it come down, and it does likely look like a double top here. But and we'll likely see it come down more. The MACD and the RSI are both showing that. But to get back to gold, I just wanted to show you that channels. That channel for palladium has been in there for years. This one is going to be broken in weeks, I expect. I would be very surprised if gold stays within this very narrow channel, which is only it's about $100 wide, where that one for palladium is at least I believe five. I did it. I I I calculated it earlier in the week, and it was by more than several $100s. I can tell you that. I was going to say 1,000, but I really am not quite sure on that. But anyways, this channel that I'm showing you for in gold's price chart is simply $100 wide, and I would be very surprised if it stays within this channel for more than 2 or 3 weeks at most. So for the outlook for gold, we do have resistance at 1540. Support resistance is at 1511. Also, 1500 is also support, as well as 1460 and 1440. I'd be very surprised if we see it come down to 1400 anytime soon, simply because of all the uncertainties in the market. But I am expecting some sort of pullback in price for gold in the week to come. And however, I do also expect it to continue to trade inside of this channel, this rising channel. So that's it for this week. I thank you for your time. Take care, and God bless.